Hey guys, welcome to Cornell. Me and Ariel are here today to tell you a little tale from Cornell College past that may or may not be true. We cannot disclose that.
No, it was a little while ago, but it's still relevant.
Oh yeah, very relevant.
Yeah, so once upon a time in Cornell's history, more recent history than the far past, there were three cousins who their dream was to go to college together and be roommates and go through that lovely experience like you're about to together
As
and
family.
as a happy family together. There was Alex, who is the oldest cousin, and then Cameron, the second, and Murphy, the third.
Murphy.
So now these cousins, the first two were pretty good students. They got relatively good grades. You know, they were that successful that you want to have, that success you want to have when you're in college.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they studied hard, went to the library, were in enough clubs to look good on their resume, that kind of thing.
You know, they got like internships, paid internships.
Very Career Institute.
They were all over it, all that good college stuff. But the third cousin, Murphy, was not as, let's say, successful as Alex and Cameron. The third cousin, Murphy grew very jealous and upset at the success of Alex and Cameron. Murphy was like, why can't I be successful like they are? Why do they get to look nice and go and have these internships and study at the library, and I'm stuck in this dirty suite that we live in together? And so Murphy came up with a little plan.
He's a sneaky one, that Murphy. He was like, what can I do?
And Murphy thought of a plan, and it involved going to the RA. Mm-hmm. Murphy goes to the RA.
Knock, 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 knock.
To the RA, on the RA's door, and is like, look, my suite mates are awful. Mm-hmm. Our room is a pigsty, and they're so rude to live with. I don't like living with them. Can you help me out? Like, please, RA, this is your job.
The RA goes to Alex and Cameron and is like, you guys need to clean up this room. You need to get your act together. This is unacceptable Cornellian behavior, and we will not stand for this. And Alex and Cameron are like, what did we do? I didn't even think we did anything wrong. We're just studying hard, being good students, filling up our resumes, all that good stuff, doing our sports, hanging out with our friends and whatnot. Murphy's the one that always sits around in the suite making it messy. This has nothing to do with us. But the RA doesn't believe them. So the RA gives them a little, I don't know what's the word.
They have a
deal.
Yeah. A condition kind of set by the RA. The RA is like, if you don't get your act together, if you don't clean this room up by tomorrow, I'm gonna have to report you and kick you out. And so Alex and Cameron are like, yeah, of course. Like, we're gonna be clean, we're good roommates.
Don't want to get kicked out.
Yeah, of course they don't want to get kicked out.
Meanwhile, Murphy's in the corner like, ha 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 ha. My plan is working. Happy dance.
This is a little evil happy dance.
I know. My plan is working. Yeah, so then Dari leaves. Alex and Cameron clean up the living area, you know, the suite. It's looking all nice and spotless. They go to bed, and they wake up in the morning, and the RA comes, and knock, 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 and they come out into the living room, and it's a big mess again, and they're like, wait, we cleaned this last night, what happened? And they open the door, and the RA's like, I told you guys to clean this, and Alex is like, I don't know what happened, I swear we cleaned it, and Murphy's like, they definitely didn't. I watched Alex make a huge mess. He's secretly telling this to the RA though. Alex and Cameron don't hear this. He's like, pss, pss, pss. They're lying to you. Alex messed everything up.
So the RA was already, prepared by Murphy to believe that Alex and Cameron are not going to do great. And then lo and behold, the room is a mess. So the RA is like, you're gone, Alex. So then Cameron and Murphy are left in the suite. It's the two of them now. Cameron doesn't know what just happened. Cameron doesn't understand why Alex got kicked out. And the RA once again is like, okay, so you have to clean this. Otherwise you're gonna get kicked out like Alex. And Cameron is like, I don't know why this is happening, but yeah, I'll keep it clean. Like, I'll show you. Like, Alex and I are good roommates. Like, we didn't do this on purpose. And so the second night goes by. Cameron cleans everything up once again. Murphy just kind of looking at him all. And it's spotless.
Oh, you almost got me, table.
So, the next day, knock, 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 knock. RA comes by and opens the door to a pigsty. During the night, Murphy had, once again, messed everything up, gotten it all dirty. And so Cameron wakes up and is like, what happened? I don't understand. Why is it so messy? Like, RA, please. I didn't do this. I cleaned it last night. I promise you. RA's like, I warned you, Cameron. This is policy. Like, you can't be in this bad environment with Murphy. So sorry. Gotta get out. Gotta find a different place to live.
You're gone. Murphy's in the corner again. Doing his little happy dance. Happy dance, happy dance, happy dance. I got both my cousins kicked out now. And now I have this humongous, lovely suite to myself. And so he's chilling, drinking a soda, laying out on the couch, having a good time. Meanwhile, Cameron and Alex are like, did you get kicked out? And they're like, yeah, I got kicked out. Did you get kicked out? And they're like, how did that even happen? I thought we both cleaned. We're both great students. Why would we have gotten kicked out? And they're like, oh, well, if we got kicked out, then that means Murphy's for sure is getting kicked out next because he is the least clean out of all of us. Our family calls him Messy Murphy.
So Alex and Cameron think Murphy has it coming. And they're like, we don't know what's going on with this RA, but at least we can figure it out together as cousins. Like, we can figure out some other suite or room situation. You know, we'll figure it out. This RA is wild. Maybe we should report this RA. And so they wait the next night, you know, to hear from Murphy, because, you know, the RA once again gives the ultimatum that the room has to be clean, or so they think. But the night goes by, the day goes by, and nothing. No word from Murphy. No word from Messy Murphy. And Alex and Cameron start thinking.
They're like, that's kind of sus. That's weird. I'm a little sussed out by that. He should have got kicked out. We got kicked out. Why isn't he getting kicked out? Seems a little weird. So they go and they confront Murphy, and they're like, Murphy, what's going on? What happened? We got kicked out. How come you're still living in the suite? You have a whole suite to yourself now. What happened? Why did we get kicked out and you're still there? And Murphy's like, but he's scheming. So he's like, okay, you know what, guys? I'm really sorry. It was my fault. I was staying up late and I accidentally made the room messy, and I didn't realize that you guys were gonna get kicked out because of it. It's my fault. But it's okay, because I know how to get you guys back in. I got a plan.
He's like, it's my fault, so you know what? I'll go talk to the RA, and look, I have something to show you, and it'll help fix this problem. And so Murphy takes the two cousins, Alex and Cameron, and they all go out to the fountain by the geology building here at Cornell. I'm sure you'll see this fountain eventually if you haven't already. But, you know, be careful around this fountain, because this isn't any ordinary fountain. This is a magical wishing fountain. And specifically, it helps those in groups of 3.
Yeah,
Now,
it's very particular about the 3s. It only works in 3s. And luckily for them, they're all related too, so that's like bonus points for the magical fountain. Magical fountain's for real on board now, for sure.
Yeah, so they go up to this magical fountain, and they're like, you know, we're having this RA situation. This RA thinks we're dirty, icky roommates, and that we can't live in this suite, and keeps kicking us out. Like, oh, magic fountain, please help us out. And so this magic fountain provides them 3 gifts to placate the RA and help them make it up. And so Alex receives an unlimited gift card for Zamora's. It never runs out of money. You never have to refill it. You can just go to Zamora's at any time.
Swipe.
Then it's Cameron's turn to receive a gift from the fountain. And the fountain gifts Cameron with an unlimited gift card to the bookstore. And now Cameron has this gift card for the RA. And you can get as many books as you need.
All the books, all the cough drops,
all the little
notebooks
and keychains that you could ever want. It can now be the RA's. Finally, Murphy, because there are 3 of the cousins, Murphy also gets a present from the fountain. Murphy's present is a stick.
And he's like, what? I just got a stick. They got cool gift cards that are unlimited, and I got a stick. Awesome, great, thanks. What am I gonna do with this stick? I could have picked this off from the ground over there. But the magic fountain is like, oh no, it's not just any stick. Don't you worry. It's a magical stick. So when you need to beat someone up, or someone has offended you, and you need to put them in your place, you just gotta tell your little stick and it'll do the job for you. It's great idea. Give the mean cousin a beating stick. Good job, Fountain.
Murphy's like, this is stupid. It looks like a stupid stick. Why didn't I get an unlimited gift card for somewhere? Why can't I get that? And but Murphy has to keep cool, you know, keep up this plan. And so Murphy is like, well, fine. And then Murphy's like, okay, Alex, okay, Cameron, we got these cool gifts. So because it's my fault, I'll take the blame for this one. You know, give me your gifts, and I can take care of this. Ari probably is upset with you right now, so I'll take care of it. I'll explain.
Yeah, don't you worry. I'll take your gifts and I'll give them to the RA. So everything will be fine, and then the RA will be cool, and you can move back in. So Murphy, he's got other plans.
Mm-hmm.
So he takes the gifts and he goes to the RA's room, and instead of giving the RA his gifts, he's like, I'm gonna leave them with 2 big trash bags and write a little note that says from Alex and Cameron. And so the RA, a few minutes later, whenever, here's a knock on the door.
Murphy goes, knock, 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 and then gets out of there, runs, ditches it.
Ding dong ditch style. RA opens the door. There's 2 bags of trash that say they're from Alex and Cameron, and the RA's livid. They've already had to deal with Alex and Cameron, kicked them out, and now they're gonna leave them with trash. That's unacceptable. And so the RA is like, anger noises. Those horrible kids, students. I don't know.
So the RA, so livid, so angry, decides, I gotta take a walk to clear my head. So gets out of the hallway, gets out of the building. Meanwhile, Alex and Cameron are like, okay, it's been some time. Let's go and check in, see how it's gone with Murphy and the RA.
Yeah, the RA should be cool with this by now.
By now, it should be okay. Or Murphy should be like almost done. So let's go. And then they run into the RA. And they're like, hi, so did Murphy talk to you? And the RA is like, grrr.
You left me with trash bags. You guys are horrible. I kicked you out, and this is what, and this terrible revenge, just leaving me with trash.
I'm doing my job. I have to kick you out if you're being nasty roommates, nasty and dirty, and you leave me trash.
They're like,
Cameron are stunned. They're like, what? What are you talking about?
trash. We sent Murphy to give you gifts of Zamora's and the bookstore, not trash.
Didn't Murphy explain to you? Like, didn't Murphy tell you everything? The RA's like, what are you talking about? What do you mean Murphy talked to me? What do you do? What do you mean? And Alex and Cameron are like, well, RA, like, we got you these unlimited gift cards. We got you a gift card for Zamora's. We got you an unlimited for the bookstore. Like, we're trying to make it up to you. Like, we didn't make the mess in the first place, but we're just trying to be good sweet mates. Did Murphy not tell you?
And then they start to connect the pieces. They're like,
What's
Murphy.
connection between
What's going
all
on there?
pieces? It's messy.
And so they realize that Murphy has swindled them and played them once again, which means now he's betrayed them not once, but twice. And so they're like, what are we gonna do now? Murphy is a horrible cousin and a horrible roommate, and he got us kicked out so that he could have his own suite. I know. Let's go talk to the magical fountain that gave us our presents and see how the fountain feels about this.
Well, as this altercation is going on with the RA, before they decide to go to the fountain, Alex and Cameron, they're friends. Now they've started to hear about this whole situation with Alex getting kicked out of the suite and Cameron getting kicked out of the suite, and they smelled the trash at the RA's door, and they were like, what is going on? Like, why are Alex and Cameron getting kicked out? And, one of them saw Murphy was the one that left the trash bags. And so they get together and they're like, look, Alex and Cameron, they're good people. We gotta stick up for them because, Alex helped me out with my homework that one day. Cameron helped me talk to this professor the other day. Like,
They're successful, good students. They help at people. They're good to their friends. They care about the Cornell community.
Yeah, it's, a good, strong Cornell community, people caring for each other.
Ramily.
Not Ramily. And so these Ramily friends, they come up to the RA and they're like, because they see the RA's talking to Alex and Cameron, and it looks like there's some confusion, maybe some anger, and they're like, RA, what's going on? Are you talking to Alex and Cameron? Like, Alex and Cameron are good people. Do you know what we just saw? We just saw Murphy leave trash at your door. It wasn't Alex and Cameron.
Mm-hmm.
And so at this point is when Alex and Cameron are like, where's Murphy? What did Murphy do?
That's us. The RA finally believes us. We didn't do any of this.
The power of the family.
Yeah, through the power of the family.
The community. The RA comes to see that maybe Murphy, wasn't the right person to trust. Maybe Murphy wasn't fully telling the truth, even though they are cousins.
Seems like he just wanted that suite to himself. And maybe Alex and Cameron are telling the truth, as well as all of their friends that are backing them up. So it seems legit. But now Alex and Cameron realize that Murphy's been up to something this whole entire time, and he's played them not once but twice. So Alex and Cameron are like, okay, let's go to the fountain again and talk to the fountain. Maybe the fountain will back us up. It gave us these magical objects, but Murphy tricked us. So they go see the fountain, and they're like, Murphy betrayed us. What the heck? He stole our magical gifts, and he gave our RA trash instead of the magical gifts that he was supposed to do. And the fountain's like, oh dang, I see that you've been betrayed by blood, but your friends came through for you. You can't always trust family, but the fountain's like, don't worry, Murphy will pay. And the fountain's like, zip, 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 zip. And Murphy turns, no, not Murphy, the fountain turns Murphy into a rock. And that rock,
It's any rock.
not just any rock, picture this, that rock is sat right next to Old Sam and is the Cornell College rock.
Not Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but you know, it's an ordinary, everyday thing you walk by. Do you think twice about it? Now you might.
No. For real. But the first two cousins, Alex and Cameron, they get their magical gifts back. The RA gets to keep one of the gifts. And Alex and Cameron get their suite back, and they have a successful future and return to life as full-time college students.
Murphy is still stuck inside that rock.
Murphy will forever be a rock.
So, you know, maybe be careful in who you trust. Don't blindly trust someone, because they're family. Like Murphy was their cousin. You know, it's the people who are there for you, like the friends, the people who come through.